Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to be exploring chapter 2, which is client-side intelligence using regression coefficients on Azure. Now let's get into it. Firstly, note that you have to have gone through the book, especially this chapter, to understand what is going on in this video. Now, before we deploy the chapter 2 web app, there are some problems you must tackle. Firstly, you must change the way markup is imported in main.py. Markup is a library which Flask depends on for HTML escaping. Initially, it was in the core Flask package, but as of the version Flask 2.3.0, it was removed. Now we have to import from the markupsafe library. Secondly, we need to add an additional code to our HTML because it's not being centered in the browser. That is, it was moving to the right of the screen in this area. Now let's get on with it. I'm going to open VS Code. From VS Code, I will open the folder. Open folder. Desktop. Monetizing machine learning master. Alright. Now you can see everything. Now I open it. Trust the authors. Now I'm going to open main. Now in this main.py, let's close this one and this one. You notice markup is here. This markup here is deprecated. It's not working. It's not supposed to be there. As of 2026, it does not work again. So we remove it from here. We delete it. Come down here. Then this set of code will be there. We just put from markupsafe import markup, and it will work. Then in our templates, I'm doing the index of HTML. Then you move over to add. From add, to add. From add, you move over to style. This is the problem we're having is that when our HTML page renders, it will render at this side. It will render at this side instead of being at the center. So this piece of code will make it better in a sense. Now give it a moment. Let me align it properly. Now just to differentiate the changes made, you just have this. To differentiate the changes made. So this is here that change. There was a change. Come here. Then this is here that the change was made. So when I come to this code, I see that a change was made here. Now you might also notice all this red and this thing too. Sorry about that. Now since we have done this, we will now run our local. We'll run it locally, just to make sure that everything is running well. This is a disclaimer. I suggest you always run it locally so that you will not, when you are deploying it on Azure, you will not be running into all these issues that should have been done when you have run it locally. You open terminal. my PowerShell. Resolve an issue. This is another shortcut. Just use it to open it. Drop it here. Yeah. Now, in the last video, I have shown how to open a visual environment. So I put the link in the description. So all we just do is we just move over to our visual environment, which I have already I have already created mine. Skills. Now in the virtual environment, now you just do pip install our requirements. It will install since we already have. Since I've installed everything. That's what you are seeing here. But let me explain. We have the requirements.txt file from the book, since we have downloaded the project files. Now it has installed everything. All you just have to do is clear my screen. Then you come Python me. You see this one. Alright, come over here. Okay. And it's fine. There is no, it's in the middle. You can see there is no issue. Come over for it works. Now this is local, where we now have to take it to online on Azure. Now to deploy our web app, firstly we need to set up our Git. So you come over to Git, come over here, open Git bash here. We're in a new web application where it does the Git in it. A Git status, no commit yet. Now we have already made some changes to the main and the HTML file. So we just do git add. Sorry, mistake on my side. Yeah, git status. See? Yeah. So we will have a git commit. Now this is the message. So added. Never mind that. Updated the files from 1.6. Git status. Now we are ready to deploy on Azure. Now we deploy our web application on Azure. Firstly, you open your Azure Cloud Shell. You can see it's opening. If this is your first time opening the Azure Cloud Shell, you choose Cloud Shell. You choose PowerShell, not Bash, not PowerShell. You can see now that it has opened. So firstly, we create our resource group, that's az as well group create. I'll name my bike group. Then the location, like I said before in the previous videos, you choose the location of the server that is nearest to you. The location of server that is nearest to me is South Africa North, so I'll put South Africa North. You can see that it has done succeeded, South Africa North. Now we will create our app service plan. So az app service. Sorry. Name, I call it bike plan. Resource group, and we name it. Okay, we already have the resource group. It was bike group is Linux. This tells it that we want a Linux server. Yes, we want to run a Linux environment. Let's call it like that. Then SKU, we use B1. That is basic tier. There is free tier. There is basic tier. There is premium. That is, it's not the V series, something like that. I give it some time. Let it load. Now you see here that it has done basic tier B1, resource group by group. That is South Africa. It has done. Now after we have created our app service plan, we create the web app. Az web app create name. I call it bike web. The plan is bike plan. Resource group bike group. These are the resource group and plan that I just finished creating. Then we will now add deployment plan. Sorry, the deployment plan is local git runtime. I set the runtime to Python 3.13. Oh, give me a moment. Yes, my spelling of resource group is not correct. Another error. This one. It should do now. Yeah. Yes, it's already loading, as you can see. Let's give it a moment. And if you're having all these errors, you could just come to this link and check it out. It's like a documentary docs. Just check it. You see what you are missing. recognized arguments Python. It was this was the problem there. Yeah, give it a moment. Yeah, now it has worked. You see state warnings, what basically we have created our web app. As far as there is no red text showing error or something. So you just come down here. What you do is you come over to Azure. In the main Azure, you come over to resource group. This is the resource group that holds all your app service plan, your web app is in this resource group. Come to bike web. This is your web plan. Yeah, this is the web app it has created. Come over here. See, it's loading. It's going to take some time for it to load because it's just spin it up. So we prepare for the next because we have to deploy our app. So you come over here to configuration. You know, we set local git. Deployment is local git. So we'll come over here and SCM basic auth publishing credentials. We click it. FTP basic auth publishing credentials. We click it. This will give us publishing credentials with local git. You click apply. Now we can use local git. You come over to deployment center. This is where you pick off our git clone URL. Now look at it. This is our git clone URL. Come over to local git and FTPS credentials. These are your credentials. So you just come back to the location that is where your web app is. You know, in the previous slide we added our web app to local git. Now we just push it over to Azure. But firstly we do git remote. Wait, let me show you git status. Yeah, working tree is complete. We have committed everything on it. So it's git remote, and I call it the bike web. Call it the bike web. Then I use win v. Get the link, because if you use Ctrl V, it does not work on this particular. This is a Linux. You see it. Ctrl V. If you use Ctrl V. Now we will do git remote. This is the one we just added. This was my test. My testing. So we just come over git push the bike web, git push the bike web masters. Then just let it do its magic. It will ask for your what did they say? Oh, don't mind this one. It will pop up a git credentials. The git credentials, that's where you will put in your local git username and password. Just give it a moment. Now let us come over here. That's still not loaded, it's still spinning up. Now you see, this is it, your git credential manager. You come over here, you copy your bike username. Ctrl V, bike web, copy your password, so come over and copy, come and paste it, continue. Now you just wait. It will push everything. You see it's already pushing it. Writing objects. Then it will also do the Onyx build to build the Onyx package. It's not what it's supposed to be showing. You can see running Onyx build. While it is doing this, we'll come over to configuration preview. This is where we clicked on the SCM basic auth publishing connection at FTP. You go over to start stack setting. Then over here you set it up for Gunicon, because you know in our localhost we use Python /m to start up the app, but in Azure you will use, for your startup command, you will use Gunicon. See, let's for example. Now this is for a more complex project. This is for a more complex project. Also, we are just going to use Gunicon. Very small, short piece of command. Gunicon bind equals to 0.0.0.0 space timeout 600 main app. Now look at it. Gunicon bind equals to 0.0. You apply it. Just click on apply. You can see it's building our Onyx version. The OS type is building it here. This is actually quite surprising. It's the first time I'm seeing this file for gateway timeout. You have to understand what is going on. Just come up with it. Like now, you know, we are seeing an error. This is an error we are seeing. So if you want to understand what is going on, you come over to log stream under your web app. Log stream. It will connect to the instance. So that it will show you what is going on. You'll be able to have knowledge of what is going on in your server. Give it a moment. See it? And it is. Let me see if I can get this window to be more connected. Now this is your streaming. You're seeing everything. Still showing 504. Just give it a moment. See, is generating Git unicorn command for application app, because our application is main app. So it will still, once this one has finished pushing, it will still reload, then it will run it. Why don't we skip over to when it shows up? Give me a moment. Yeah, welcome back. So it has finished building, it has finished uploading to the site. Now I'm rerunning the web app. See, it's showing application error. I suspect there was something wrong with the initial running of it. Well, you did not miss anything. You were just some time to wait for it to install on, for it to upload from Git. Now you're seeing on the log stream, you see a message through SSD is running. I catch you back when it has loaded finish. It is already running. Now just to test it, summer, since we are in summer work day by 2 p.m. You see, by today it was 10 degrees Celsius outside. See, it works. Reset. In 3, just in the midnight, 10 degrees Celsius on a work day. See, it runs perfectly. Now let's come over to bike here, because like I say, once you have run it, if you are not, if your purpose of building is just for practice, then you make sure to close up everything, delete the web app, because in the events that you forget, it can stack up and sum up a cost for you. There have been some cases where some people will just wake up, wake up, they will just go back and go and check, and they'll be like they have left the plan running for some time. Though this is a free plan, so once it runs out, your plan runs out. For me, my plan was not run out, because I still have plenty things to explore on Azure. Come over to resource group, because say resource group is holding everything, is carrying everything. So once you delete the resource group, you have deleted the whole web app. Copy the by group, delete. It has run successfully. If you want to run it persistently, you want to run the web app, I suggest you use render. Let's get render. Render has a free version where anybody who wants to test your this thing, it will first reload and it will slip back. So there is no this thing, and they use, it's not gig, yes, if I'm correct, gig. They use about, it's not 16 gig per month. That's the metric for it. They don't use credits like Azure. They use gig. So once you have passed a certain amount of gig, your this thing will scatter. It will not work again because you have passed your limit. Is render I use to deploy anything I want it to be persistent, that anybody will just click the link, then they will wait maybe 4 or 5 about 1 minute for it to load up, then it will load up, it will start working. Now you see we have deleted our resource. Now there is no debt, we can move on to the next chapter, read through it, then come back again and practice. Thank you very much everyone.